Good evening, everybody. How are we? Welcome along to another live preview. Yep. Welcome. It's good to have you. Yeah, buzzing. I'm weirdly optimistic for tomorrow's game. I don't know why I'm optimistic. I just am. I don't know why. But I feel a bit of weird confidence. Yes, we are pretty terrible at the moment. But we always beat Birmingham at home. Last season, 2-0. Season before that, League One, so it don't count. Season before that, 3-0. Season before that, 2-0. Season before that, 6-1. Season before that, we were in the Premier League. But season before that, 2-0. And then the two before that, we were in the Premier League. But the year before that, 5-2. And the year before that, 2-1. Birmingham have not beaten us at home since 2009. We have a very, very, very decent record against these lot. So, confidence. Zorgi is going to the game tomorrow at West End at the end, right next to the North. Big City fan. Come on. Don't excuse me. I've just had an Indian takeaway and I've got massive indigestion. So I've just inhaled it all to get up here in time for the preview. Who are we playing at left back? That's a very good question. Only worry is who are we playing at left back? Will indeed. Fleming will not be available, sadly. Fruit Salad shares the optimism. How are we, Callum? Evening, Leo. Yeah, good, solid. How is everybody? How are you all? I had a little disaster last week, but we needn't worry. It doesn't necessarily affect you lot, but it might do soon because autograph cards are now in a more plentiful supply. So who do you want giveaways of? Because I've got all of them now designed and done apart from Salah, Cynic and Fleming. So pick your choice of giveaway. Please pick your choice of giveaway. In here we've got Greaves again, like last year, Ozan, Ali, Pelkas, Estupinian, Seri. Seri's going to be difficult to get signed though because he's a conniving little bugger. Is Seri? He's smart, but he's cunning, let's say. And then I've got a load of the academy boys as well who have been allocated squad numbers. Yeah. So let me know which ones you want. And I can get them sorted and done over the next few weeks and months. So, Andy said he was a major doubt. Salah was in my mate's DMs, got a snap and everything. He's a player. Go on, Salah. I've got a similar story to that to one of my mates. I won't give the details because she will kill me if I publicise what has happened. But yeah, she's popular, to say the very least. Will already knows my score prediction. You do, Will. It's almost as if you messaged me this morning. Leo needs that Welks one. Oh, wow. Oh, Leo. Yeah, your love for Malik Wilkes is unwavering. It's absolutely unwavering. Yeah, wow. City to lose again, Des reckons. Xavier Simon's going to get a chance tomorrow. I hope he does. I really hope Xavier Simons does. However, my head tells me something different. Now, if it were me, I've not got a wanted 11 prepared for this week, but if it were me, I would rip up that back four entirely, right? I'd stick with Baxter in net. If not, if the game goes completely tits up, I would. Well, if the game goes tits up tomorrow, from Blackpool onwards, I would start Timothy Lottatara. Sam Guy as well is Timothy, by the way. Yeah, I'd start him. Worth a go, innit? I mean, what's the worst that can happen? And then I'd go for Christie at right back, two centre backs. I'd go for Simons and McLaughlin, and at left back, I don't know who I'd go for at left back now, but when Fleming's back in a couple of weeks, it would absolutely be Brandon. But yeah. Can Simons play as left back? He better be able to. I don't think he can. He can do like a central mid, a holding mid, a centre back, a right back. Don't think he can do left back. Best not be playing Longman as a left wing back. Hey, wing back was where Longman shone last year. I'm gonna try and have a chat to Ryan tomorrow and just sort of say. I don't know what I'll say to him, but I'll just try and speak to him and maybe try and ease him a bit more into confidence. Hearing tones as relaxing as my own. That's awful. Oh my god. Oh, why have I said that? That's awful. That is completely awful. Saw Xavier play other night for the 21s. He looked very good. Simons is a quality player. There's a reason he's an England under-19 international. But he needs to get a chance now. He needs to get a chance. Joe, would I take Brucey back considering the options available that have experience in the league? I would definitely. Right, will. And Des, I've seen your comment as well. Is Adjun bringing Bruce back? I will tell you right now. Hang on. I'm not comfortable in my chair here. There we go. So, right. Any man or woman or whatever you identify as who wants Steve Bruce back is living in 2012. That's the simple fact of the matter. West Brom have had a shite start to the year. So much to the fact that they are they've won less games than us, and they are ahead of us on goal difference because of the result today, because they won today. Right? But before today's set of games, West Brom were on 11 points and we're on 14. Why would we want Steve Bruce back when he has just had a worse start to the season with a club that finished higher than us last year, have a budget bigger than ours because of Premier League parachute payments, and it's ridiculous. They've got players like Grady Diangana, like John Swift, yet they're above us on goal difference, and we've got a game in hand. Steve Bruce is past it. Newcastle wore him down, and West Brom taking the West Brom job was a step too far. We needn't bother with Steve Bruce. Let him go on holiday. Let him spend his payoff at West Brom and let him retire in peace. Nobody bother with Steve Bruce. He's past it. Simples. Am I opening panel? Yes, I will open panel. I have a feeling if we keep this form, we'll be in the same place as last season, just scrapping to stay up in the Championship. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's not even a question. That's just a statement. But I think things will turn out for the better. We've just got to, get the right manager in and let him sign the players that he thinks will keep us up and get us out of this situation. Same with Wilder. Both West Brom and Borough have higher market values. Plus, as Baz said, Borough's transfer strategy is similar to that of ours. Ashley, completely correct. And now, as Lewis requested, I will open the panel. Carvajal, Corberan, Martins, any will do. Exactly. My preference is Carlos Corberan because at Huddersfield last year, he built his team on being solid at the back. And that's what we need. That's what we need. I think the Martins ship has sailed. I think that's gone. But Corberan is the man we need to go for. Still think we will be in and around top 12-10 this season. Yeah, look, once the team gels, I think we'll be okay. But they've got to start playing as a team. They're playing as a group of individuals just slapped together on a football pitch. And there we go. But no, we just need to gel a little bit. People are quick to forget we're only 5 points from the top six. Yeah, it's so tight. The Championship is always so tight. Chill. A good run can make the difference. A good run on the run up to Christmas, and this year, a good run in the run up to the World Cup can make the world of difference for your season. In retrospect, should have taken Carvajal and Ran instead of approaching Martins, even though it was a better option. Yeah, definitely. I have a feeling we need to stop trying to go for Turkish League players. Yes, they're cheap, and Adjun wants to sign those types of players, but we need players from higher leagues than Turkish League. We need players just with Championship experience, mate. That's all we need. Only we will make any higher than around 8th is if we get Corberan. Absolutely perfect replacement. Agreed. The World Cup in winter is going to be a blessing. Exactly right. After the World Cup, we'll have Ali, we'll have Ben, Tete, we'll have Salah, we'll have everyone fit. Right, after the World Cup, this is mad. After the World Cup, so Vale will be back in the next 2 to 3 weeks, as will Brandon Fleming. And you know what? Now's the perfect time to do team news. So, Callum Elder was substituted with a hamstring injury at halftime versus Huddersfield, and he is a major doubt for this weekend. Brandon Fleming with a foot injury is closing in on a return in the next few weeks. Regan Slater misses out through suspension after an accumulation of yellow cards. Right, take a breath. And now let's get ready for the onslaught. Harvey Vale, groin. He's coming back from Cobham, been back with Chelsea for the last few weeks. He's coming back in the next week or two, Andy Dawson said. Andy Cannon, unregistered. Ben Tete, hamstring, unregistered. James Scott, shin, unregistered. Salah Adine, Uladam, hand, groin. Alaya Syed Manesh, hamstring. Adama Traore, hamstring / Achilles, plus unregistered. Vaughan Colville, knee, and Josh Emmanuel, illness plus unregistered, remain out. They all remain out, injured. So, right, out of that list, Vale, back probably before the World Cup, but will definitely be fully fit afterwards. Tete, back after the World Cup, however, unregistered for the first 4 games afterwards. Same with James Scott. Salah, back after the World Cup. Ali, back after the World Cup. Traore will be back in January once we can register him again. Vaughan Curver will be missing till the end of the season, and Emmanuel we don't know. But all the rest of those lot, safe, sound, solid. Need a new gaffer ASAP, exactly. I got my free periods in sixth form on Mondays at the same time as Iran versus England. Big W. Wait, what time does Iran England kick off? Because my free periods. Oh, yes! My free periods work for the England game. Come on! But I have taken a driving safety course and a first aid course. So we'll have to see how that matches up. Yeah. But in principle, my free periods, my free sixth form afternoon is Monday when Iran versus England kicks off. Solid. Right. Let's bring in the Lewis. Mr. Perry, how are you?
Yeah, very good. I'm just messaging somebody, but yeah, I'm good.
Good. School hours for Iran versus England. Oh, Ashley, bless you. How long till we get Ali back after the World Cup? Ali won't be playing against Maguire because he will be injured until after the World Cup. The injuries.
Yay.
Oh, God.
You could make a cricket score of our injuries.
Right, let's think. Right, I've got my list of squad numbers here. Should we have a look at who's been injured out of this big list?
Can I ask a question? I don't know if I'm being stupid or if I'm thinking all right here. Can Christie play left back?
Christie or Coyle can, yeah.
Sounds like okay. I know what I expect to see tomorrow then.
Yeah, so do I. So Ingram has not been injured. Coyle not yet. Elder is
now.
Greaves hasn't. Jones hasn't. Jones
was.
Pardon?
I think Jones was, weren't he, for that one game against Swansea? Or that?
No, just dropped.
Oh, that just dropped.
Figueiredo, no. Ozan has. Doherty has. Alaya has. Salah has. Cynic has. Emmanuel is. Baxter was. Cannon hasn't. Woods hasn't. Longman has. McLaughlin hasn't. Traore has. That's already 10 from 18. Estupinian hasn't. Pelkas hasn't. Fleming has. That's 11. Tyler Smith hasn't. Randell Williams hasn't. Seri has. Scott is. Andy Smith hasn't. Slater hasn't. Callum Jones has been. Matty, no. Tete, yes. Chadwick coming back. Lotatala, no. Christie, no. Vale, yes. Simons, no. Jarvis, no. Robson, no. Nixon, no. Hines, I don't think so. Ollie Green is. Jevon Mills hasn't. Fisk, Macaulay, Lovick. Coville has. And then we'll jump. So we've had 20 players injured, if you count Cartwright, who's out on loan.
I highly doubt.
Well pointed out, Ashley. Coyle and Smith have both had absent. 22 players have been injured. Right. Leo said we've had more injuries than goals. 22 players have been injured. We've scored 13 goals. Oh dear.
Can we sack our physio team, please? Oh dear.
Well, let's rattle through a little bit more of this. We're going to make some ground up now. Watch the referees lead dirty. He's a bit naff. Two liners are Graham Kane and Mark Stevens. Fourth official is, James Bell. Stats taken from our previous game against Huddersfield. I don't remember. More possession than them.
Who's the ref?
Lee Doherty. Against Huddersfield, we did not shoot at goal 12 times.
My arse did we. I'm sorry. My arse did we.
Right. If somebody out there can name me all 12 shots from that Huddersfield game
Longman, Howler.
right
Coyle
now.
had 2.
All right, that's 3. Doherty had 1, that's 4.
Yeah. Estepinian had about 2, I think.
Oscar didn't have any, did he?
I thought he had 1. I thought he had 1 tipped over the bar.
Oh, yeah.
So that's what,
Right,
5?
That's 5. That's
Did
5.
Snitch have 1?
Nope.
Did Woods have a pop?
Nope.
I'm going to see what FootMob says. I'm going to see if I can find what FootMob says.
Who shot the ball?
Let's have a look. What did FootMob have? Do FootMob have some answers? Let me have a look.
Chances are, no.
Here we go. So apparently, Ryan Smith, plays the Longman.
Someone.
Longman with his howler that he missed.
Okay.
Oscar Estepinian in the 72nd. Longman just before he had that howler. Greg Doherty. Slater in the 17th. I can't click on one of them. Pelkas in the 18th minute.
Oh, yeah,
Doherty
Pelkas.
in the 80th. Pelkas in the 6th minute. Estepinian in the 36th minute. Louis Coyle in the 81st. And I can't seem to click on the other. Oh, yeah. I've just. God, sorry, I've lost it now. And Coyle in the 60th minute. Most of them outside the box and ended up in that stand where no fans were.
Yeah, where they don't sit anyone.
Yes.
Makes sense, doesn't it? Right, let's have a look at Birmingham's squad then, shall we?
Can we not? I don't like that club. Can we not listen to that,
to-
please?
Head. So, Birmingham. I'll get their lineup from their last game because I think it will remain unchanged because they won 3-0 for goodness sake. So, Birmingham. In their last game, they beat Bristol City by 3-0. And their team that day was in goal. They had John Ruddy. Their back line consisted of. Are they all in view? Not at all. But it consisted of Dion Sanderson, Harley Dean. I have to scroll up for those. Harley Dean and Austin Trusty. Their wing backs were Curlin and Longello. Their midfield 3 was Hannibal Magebury. Where is he? Christian Bielich and George Hall. And then their strike force was a double act of Tahit Chong and Scott Hogan. Now, I do actually just want to say that Troy Deeney is a massive, uneducated twat. If you don't know what I'm referencing there, go on Ben Foster's Cycling GK channel and watch the first few minutes of the football fill-in where he describes Adjun's dismissal of Shotter as his quote is, Hull, they've got a manager, they haven't got a manager, their owner's worse than Gino. That's
What?
Gino Pozzo, the owner of Watford, who has sacked more managers than he's lived days on earth. So Troy Deeney, swivel on it. Just thought I'd leave
Somebody
that.
needs to kick him in the teeth. Please. Oh.
Just throttle him. Just throttle him.
You know what Louis Cole did to McGuinness on Wednesday? Just do it to him. But actually punch him this time. I don't care if he gets an off.
Right, current form. City's form is bleak. Let's be real. So, out
1 win, 4 losses.
our,
There you go. In a nutshell.
out of our last 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 games, we have won twice, drawn once, and lost 7 times. Won twice, drawn once, lost 7. They were the 1-1 draw with Burnley, then the 5-2 defeat to West Brom, and the 3-2 win over Coventry, then defeat to QPR, and then Sheffield United, and then Stoke, and then Swansea, and then Luton, and then we won against Wigan before losing to Huddersfield. And Birmingham's last 5, they beat Preston 1-0, beat West Brom 3-2, drew 0-0 with Coventry, drew 1-1 with Sheffield United. No, I've done their last 6 there, haven't I? Lost to Middlesbrough, but then beat Bristol City 3-0. So you don't need shirt if I get it. Absolutely not, Leo. If you get his shirt and you give it to me, it's getting burnt, mate.
Please do. Burn it or use it if you have a poo.
Pleasant. Right. Why is Oscar so invisible sometimes during games like Huddersfield? That's because he doesn't have the service. Oscar is a poacher. We invested, I've said this many times, we invested in the summer to not be reliant on one person for goals like we were on Keane last season. We are now reliant on Oscar in a totally different way to what we were reliant on Keane. With Keane, we knew we could send the ball out to him on the left-hand side and he would make shit happen. Now, Oscar is a completely different type of player. Oscar's a poacher. And to get the best out of a poacher, you've got to feed them. But most games now, we are struggling to feed Oscar, which is the problem. Anything to add, Lewis?
I think is it more of a thing our team's figuring out that because we don't have the players like we do with Keane who can do it on their own down the wing, we're always going to try and find that early ball into Estepinian or, maybe like Teddy when he's fit and registered, but we just haven't had that recently. And, whether it's because we just haven't set up right against certain teams or what, I don't know, but it's getting irritating. I mean, it's not Oscar's fault because Oscar's a good player. And, we saw that on the days, when we got hammered 5-2 against West Brom, and, yeah, he wasn't at the best against Huddersfield, but who was, and at the end of the day, and when you have Ryan Longman playing how he was, you can't do anything.
The only player for me who walked off that pitch at Huddersfield with any credibility was Callum Elder. For me,
I'd say Coyle. I'd say Coyle can take some pride from that because I don't think he had a bad game. I think he was unlucky with whatever happened with his own goal. And then, that second one was just shambles all around. What?
The issue is we're going behind in games too early. And
that's exactly what Andy Dawson said. Andy Dawson said we need to figure it out. We need to find a way to stay in games because we go behind early and we, for whatever reason, yes, we did it. Yes, we did it against Wigan. We can't find a way back into games. That's what it seems to me. Wigan, we started fine. We went 1-0 behind. Whether after we went 1-0 behind, we was just brilliant or they was shocking, I don't know. Huddersfield, we started well, went 1-0 down, went to pants. Just went to your bog, really.
Yeah, went to shit.
Yeah.
And if we look at the league table, Birmingham have had a decent run, but they're only 2 points ahead of us. A win tomorrow will take us into 18th and above Birmingham. We have to win by about 14 goals to jump up ahead of Watford.
Where
jump
were
up
we?
ahead of Watford into 17th. But a win tomorrow will take us above Birmingham.
14.7. And it depends on what we do tonight.
It will depend on what Watford do tonight.
And as it stands, they're winning. They're currently beating Norwich.
Ooh. Right, let me refresh that then. They have now climbed up to 10th.
Yeah, and they missed a penalty before they went 1-0 behind. 1-0 ahead, sorry.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, I thought Lucy got banned. Because Lucy's currently playing. I mean, he got charged. I don't know if he's actually been banned yet, but he got charged with spitting, didn't he?
Who did?
That Lucer for Watford.
Oh, yes.
And he's missed the penalty and then scored. So that's only caused some controversy on why he's even allowed to be playing.
Well. Anyway, right. Around the grounds, I've not changed the banner over, so I'll do that now. But around the grounds on Championship Matchday 15, everything will level itself out again in a couple of weeks when what was our game against Cardiff will be rearranged. If you're wondering why teams have only played 14, but it's Matchday 15, it was because that whole game week got scrapped. So, the 12:30 kickoff today was Rotherham versus Huddersfield, and Rotherham won that one 2-1. Now, time for my just Tom Eves, love appreciation. Did he play? Yes, he did! Woohoo! Come on, Tom! Beautiful. Beautiful. What a boy. I love him so much. Anyway, orgasm over. The 3 o'clock kickoffs today. Well, let's take you through them. Luton beat QPR 3-1. Bristol City 1, Millwall 2. Sunderland 2, Wigan 1. Sheffield United 3, Blackpool 3. Reading 0, West Brom 2. Preston 0, Stoke 2. Excuse me. Middlesbrough 1, Blackburn 2. Cardiff 0, Coventry 1.
Coventry won again.
Burnley 4, Swansea 0. And currently in the 31st minute, Watford 2, Norwich 0. The goal scorers, Imran Louser and Keenan Davis in that one. Tom Eves only played 60 minutes for Rotherham today. Don't care, he started.
Not even I don't think.
I was screaming Eves in the kitchen when I saw him with his man bun in the penalty box. Oh, Evesy. I miss him so much.
58 minutes.
Yeah, Watford 2-0. And how many red cards in the Sheffield United game? Well,
4. It got any 2.
4. I saw the scrap at the end.
There was... Let me just get my names. There was... one for Petita. Sorry if I've absolutely messed that up. One for Dominic Thompson.
I think it's Martin Ekpateta.
Yeah. One for Dominic Thompson. One for Sean Lavery for the fight. And the other one was Mark Fodrington also for the fight.
Wes Fodringham. Mark Fodringham, the Huddersfield manager.
Yeah, shut up. You know who I meant.
Yeah. Hey, I tell you what, that interview with Mark Fodringham, I've never heard Scottish, Italian, English, Welsh, Irish, and Dutch all put together in one interview.
Say what?
Right. I'll find the clip, Lewis, and I'll send it to you.
Yeah. My word.
It's nuts. It's mad. He goes, if you're not training with intensity, You will no be in my team.
Oh.
I got a good group here.
Can I just say, Huddersfield fans, you are shocking.
Oh, no, they're awful, aren't they?
And whoever that little kid in the blooming grey jumper was, you are a dick.
Oh, mate, at Stoke last year, I had 4-year-olds putting middle fingers up at me.
Oh, dear. Oh, God.
I've just... Right, I'm sending you it now.
Easy.
I'm sending you it now. It's nuts.
Mad. Yes. Hang on, what? The steward got him.
Grey Hoodie Kid shut himself and the steward got him.
Where the steward got him? What? Did I miss that?
Right, moving swiftly on. Memorable match. We're going back to the 30th of September 2017, where we beat these lot 6-1 at what was then the KCOM Stadium. Fraser Campbell opened the scoring, and then David Myler scored a penalty. Bowen then made it 3 after 26 minutes. Then we sort of, took a back seat before, and until Kamil Grzycki decided, you know what, I fancy a goal in the 72nd. Swiftly followed up by Marcus Henriksen's strike in the 76th. Seb Larsson topped it off for Hull City in the 87th before Sam Gallagher grabbed a consolation for Birmingham in the 91st. Our team that day was Alan McGregor in goal. The back four was Ola Aina at right back, Max Clark at left back. The two centre-backs were Michael Hector and Michael Dawson, the captain. The midfield three was David Myler, John Torell, and we'll talk more about Torell in a moment, and Seb Larsson, with Jared Bowen on the right, Kamil Grzycki on the left, and Fraser Campbell, leading the line. The bench was Will Mannion, the goalkeeper, Andrzej Mazouk, Jackson Irvine, Nua Dicko, James Weir, God, I forgot he existed, Marcus Henriksen, and Fikayo Tomori, with Leonid Slutsky in charge that day. The bench, moving on to last time out, where it was a 0-0 draw at St Andrews in March, and the team for us that day was Matt Ingram in goal. The back three was Jacob Greaves, Alfie Jones, and Sean McLaughlin. Right wing back was Ryan Longman. Left wing back was Brandon Fleming. The two centre mids were Richie Smallwood and Greg Doherty, with George Honeyman and Keane Lewis Potter starting behind Tom Eaves up front. The bench was Harvey Cartwright, the goalkeeper, Callum Elder, Alayar Syed Manesh, Tom Huddleston, Deshaun Bernard, Regan Slater, and Marcus Force, with Shota Avaladze in charge. And our record against Birmingham at home is pretty good. Away, it's a bit more of a mixed bag. But recently, they've not beaten us since March 2018. And at home, as we discussed earlier, they've not beaten us when we've been the home team since September 2009. Our last 5 against these guys are 3 wins and 2 draws. With a 2-0 win in March 2019, followed by a 3-0 win in December 2019, then a 3-3 draw in June 2020 after lockdown, and then a 2-0 win for us in November last year at home before a 0-0 draw at St Andrews that we just discussed. I'm going to quickly move on to shared shirts, and then we can have a little bit more of a discussion. But today we're discussing John Torell. So he was on loan at Birmingham from Arsenal in the 2015-16 season. In 38 appearances, he scored 8 goals. His permanent move away from Arsenal in 2017 was to us. He left us after lockdown in 2020. He finished the season under COVID rules, but didn't continue with us in League One. After 56 appearances in black and amber, he'd only scored 4 goals and was a luxury player, was John Torell. It was a shame that injuries sort of turned his Hull City career south in the way they did. After leaving us, he went back to Birmingham for a season, and in 18 appearances, he scored twice for the Blues on his return. Am I going to Turkey? No, I'm not. Sadly, I haven't got a seat on the plane. Congratulations to all that have. I shall stay here and do college stuff and not have to catch up on a load of shit over Christmas. So, either way, it's a decent result. If I go to Turkey, it's fun. If I don't go to Turkey, oh well, it means I don't have to spend my Christmas catching up with missed work. How do I feel about that Twitter user implying you'd had a tantrum? The fact is, I thought I'd let everyone know that Astrid Wet is destroying Kelly in that boxing event. Now, our group chat, Lewis, that was interesting this morning, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, just a little.
Just a little.
I haven't, to be fair, I haven't been paying much, I haven't been paying much attention to it. I've been out with the girlfriend, so,
Fair play.
I haven't been paying much
I'm
attention.
getting laughed about not going on the plane. I didn't.
No, that's what happened. This idiot thought that you and I think it was Carl.
Yeah.
You threw a tantrum that he wasn't going when I'm pretty sure you didn't, but okay.
I didn't mention the. Right, you know what? I'm out in this bloke. Bun it. I don't care anymore. So Ollie Castell joined in September 2022. 4 followers did not tweet before this. So he tweeted yesterday, Carl Empson, HCAFC Carl, old Grandpa Joe and Mr. Entitled Old Age Hull City fan, realising they're not on the Turkey trip. It's a picture of Gary Neville hating life. And he goes, we can't forget Lee Walker too. Right, Carl and Lee are 2 great lads. So, a quote tweet from Scott saying, what did Carl and Joe do? And then Carl saying, someone's made an account to post about me. I've seen it all. Freak. And then a quote tweet from here, cry about it, matey, from Ollie. Scott says, Carl says, seen it all. Apparently, I'm entitled. Not even mentioned. Not about not going. I'm the same. I'd been in college all day. I hadn't tweeted about any of that before. Well, even from the time it was announced. But so I replied to Scott. I've not mentioned the Turkey holiday at all. Did I apply? Yes. Have I won? No. So what? Odds were slim. I have college stuff to do. Well done to everyone who won. Overall, I'm not asked. And that's got a lot of likes. So we'll take that. And Ollie then says, attention-seeking, self-entitled pair of knobs. So a little part of me thinks he doesn't like me. So I replied, Carl's response is better than mine. He's more sarcastic. He's gone, my name's Ollie and I make new accounts to talk about someone I don't know. And Scott says probably Kev Chadwick's burner account. If you know who Kev Chadwick is, you know. Then Scott says that Adrian's probably going to get me on there anyway to get free publicity. So I played all humble, massively overstating my importance. Adrian knows how to get better publicity than roping in a 16-year-old. And then I just said that John Uzzle's the man for a PR stunt. But I replied to Ollie, and he's not acknowledged this. He's not replied to me or anything. So I sarcastically replied, I'm shitting myself, Ollie. Please don't hurt me. And then I put, seriously, if that's your opinion of me from the outside looking in, fair. But you don't know neither me nor Carl personally. I haven't mentioned the holiday publicly. There's more to life than a week in Turkey. Overall, not asked. And Carl quite like that response. But then Ollie has then tweeted that Carl Empson has a history of fiddling with children, pass it on. So I think this bloke needs a slight amount of, what's the phrase? I don't know, getting brought down a peg or two. His bio is just Hull. And, well, yeah. He hasn't acknowledged my tweets, though, which I find very weird. Round 1 TKO? Bloody hell. Oh, wow.
Great.
Oh,
now that's the friggin' Astrid Wet fan going, oh, she's the best boxer in the world. Woohoo! For God's sake.
What did Kyle do? Kyle did nothing. Neither me nor Kyle tweeted about the holiday. And Ollie's just picked on two people he doesn't like and called Kyle a paedophile. Yeah.
Fun. Not. Well.
Yeah, good stuff.
The joys some people do when they get bored.
It's incredible, isn't it? I saw the tweet and just laughed. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. Yeah, anyway, moving on. My predicted 11. Let's do it. So, Andy Dawson, I think, will stick with the 4-3-3, and in goal will be Nathan Baxter. Right back, Cyrus Christie. Centre backs, Jacob Greaves and Alfie Jones. Left back, Louis Coyle. Central midfield, I think, will be Ozan Tufan, Greg Docherty in Regan Slater's place, and Jean Michael Seri. Right wing, Demetrius Pelkas. Left wing, Gökhan Sinek. And up top, Oscar Estupinian. Bench, Matt Ingram, Tobias Figueiredo, Ryan Woods, Ryan Longman, Tyler Smith, Xavier Simons, and yes, that is Will Jarvis I have put on the bench.
Just a little score update, 2-1.
Ooh. Very, very nice. Thank you very much. Now, predicted scores. This is the big question.
I must say, Joe, when I saw yours, when you sat known to me, I did sort of laugh. I can't lie. I did sort of laugh. But there again, the thing's key me saying in the group chat, oh my God, he's moving like we're a freaking National League side. Honestly, that Keane lad, he's moving like we're a National League side.
What did he predict?
He said 4-0. He said 4-0. And he say, honestly, all week he's been messaging me saying, easy dub. You're like things like you're gonna cause us absolutely zero problems, blah blah blah. I'm just like, mate.
Have you seen our record again?
For starters, you're moving like you're friggin' Man City of the blooming championship. You're not.
You're not. You're 3 points ahead of us.
Yes, you've had decent results this season. Yes, we haven't had the greatest. We've had two different situations. But you're getting to the stage where you're getting so cocky, I'm tempted to kick you out if you carry on because you're moving like we're a frigging National League side. Yes, I'll say it here before I give my result. I do think they will win. But they won't slump us into next week like he's claiming they will. I think they'll win comprehensively, yes. But I don't think it'll be all one-sided. I think we'll just do our usual. We have the opportunities. We just spurn them. As we do.
Score prediction?
3-0 Birmingham. I don't think we'll lose. By a bit of a margin. But they won't slump us and batter us like Man City would. We will have our opportunities. We'll just scuff them like always.
Callum makes a good point. I'm excited to see Hannibal play. He's a hothead, so I hope our players get in his head. I think
tell you one
situation, someone like a Honeyman would be perfect. Just to wind him up. Just to get under his skin and tell him, mate, I'm not taking any of your bullshit.
The one player we have now that I think will be able to do that, Coyle or Oscar.
Oh, yeah, Oscar loves it. Oscar loves that sort of stuff.
But, yeah. And I like the idea of you bringing Seri in, but for me personally, I wouldn't.
Interesting.
I think there's one person who has to start tomorrow because of how he's been. I think he was the best player on the pitch when he came on against... it's either him or Woods. I wouldn't mind Woods starting because he knows the team. Yeah, I know the different tactical style because I was a new manager and that's since he was there. But the one person I think should start tomorrow, and hopefully I think he does, I think he's been our best player at times this season, Docherty. I think he has to start tomorrow.
Will come in, especially with Slater suspended. I think Docherty will absolutely.
I think he has to come. I mean, I've been calling for a few games now. I know Slayer will get his break now because of suspension. I've been calling for the last 2-3 games for Regan to not start games. Because for me, he's not been great this season. Come at me all you want. That's my personal opinion. He's not been good this season. For me personally.
And on that bombshell, it's time to end. Thank you very much for watching, Lewis. Thank you very much for coming on and keeping me company for the last 50 minutes. Been a pleasure. And I shall maybe see you about tomorrow. If not, I'll see you whenever. Are you going to Rotherham?
Yes, obviously. Come on. You know me. Up and down the country.
I'll probably see you there then. All right then. Thank you very much to you all for watching. I'll see you tomorrow for a Matchday vlog. And yeah, if you see me wandering around the stadium, feel free to say hello or whatever. I don't bite unless we've lost 8. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Take care. Goodbye.